Yeah, that's what it is, though, isn't it, Paul? It's all because of media rights. But will the media rights last in 2 years' time?
Yes, I think it will.
I don't think it will.
Well, look, I'll tell you what.
Please God it does. Please God it does for 2 years, because you'll still be training them.
We had a meeting with SIS the other day.
Right. Yeah, this is good. Now this is fantastic.
Now I'm telling you what. We had a meeting, and SIS are over the moon with Central Park. They said that they've got extra. They've sold their product to Sri Lanka, to some other two other foreign places.
What, dog racing pitches?
Dog racing pitches. They're selling it, so they're getting money in. So why they're getting money in? We supply.
Yeah, but that's where you're saying what you said there. You've just hit the nail on the head. They're doing it for the other countries. They're not doing it for the English owner.
Well,
and the English.
I don't think it's for the owner. I think like
no, they're not doing that for
the owner.
Yes,
it's satellite service.
All the other firm.
Kearnsey's good. He's a good negotiator.
But there's two of them. SIS and the other firm. I don't know who they are.
Obviously,
as you just said, you're getting good money.
You're getting good money.
They're running dogs lame.
But you're getting
I've always done it. Just for that
money.
But graded racing, haven't they, John?
The thing is,
they've run round half of them are running lame.
The poor dogs don't know what their bloody clockwise is. They do not know. Oh, like 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's get the dog up. It's got to be at the dog track for 7 o'clock to weigh in to run at 8 o'clock.
No, I
That's
totally
not
agree. It's not
catering
catering for the owners.
It's not catering for the dogs, and it's not catering for the
owners. So we've got the owners, which is you, right?
Owners.
We've got the
trainer
here, right? We've got the governor who's now going to tell us 2020, Maurice, right? Where do we go?
I've still got a licence. My licence is
where do we go, Mo?
He's given me a job as a kennel
handler. I think the game has been gone for quite a long while. 20 years ago, Kennett got up in front of a big meeting held by the NJC. He said, in 10 years' time, not 20 years, 10 years' time, he said, you won't have a track in London. He saw it go. He saw them go.
Who said this?
I did. Stanley, right? Yeah. Now, let me tell you this.
10 years ago.
Now, the game was falling out. It's falling out. Trainers were starving alive, as he's saying. He's had a fair time at the moment. They were starving alive, the trainers here. Really starving.
They were?
Yeah, they couldn't wait to get their prize money to buy their grub, right? Okay, now they bring these two things in, the two medias, left and right, right? One lot. Now, they all want the same dogs. They all want the same dogs. So what do? Let's change the times of the racing. Not 8 o'clock at night like you knew it, right? They all come home and work and all go out to a night out and have a meal and see the dogs. What she just said.
That's what dog racing was.
10 past.
You go to the paddock grill at Walthamstow, you had the best
you couldn't get
you could ever get.
You couldn't get in there, right? But now,
beautiful.
But now, Gary, you've got to realise that, as you just said, 10 past 8 on a morning, going to the dog track. There'd be that trainer. That was it. A couple of bookmakers standing there looking at themselves, right? But they're not worried because they're getting paid to stand up.
And where's it go? What are we doing it for? To go to Sri Lanka?
Right.
Pictures like that?
Right.
Sean, hang on, Mo. Sean, you've owned dogs all your life, right?
Yes,
You've been at the dog game. Yeah. What do you think? How are we going to go in 2020?
Well, I think if the welfare get hold of this dog racing, there's dogs running now 3 and 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Welfare, same as what?
If the welfare get hold of this, tonight I'm surprised why they're not into it.
Yeah.
You know,
they're recording it now, though.
What?
They're going around kennels recording
it.
They're
not
letting you know.
I don't agree with that.
When the shit hits the fan, it's
don't agree with them running 3 times a week. I mean, down at Sitting Bull, they don't run 3 times a week, I can assure you.
No, but
if they'll run 3 times if he hasn't got the dogs.
Yeah.
They are.
But Gary, they are running
when they know a trainer give in, they put the dogs out.
They are running them 2 or 3 times a week, right? They are. And you just said the trainers are getting, they're loving it, the trainers.
No, I never knew this. We asked the trainer who's here, and he's told us the truth.
There's not many trainers that are pulling their dogs off.
No.
There's not many pulling them off.
It's like
they're just running them, right?
They're machines
fodder.
now.
They're fodder, right? But now let me tell you
that.
Let me tell you this. We're talking about running a dog twice. Now, I'll give him some programs from 1935, Stanley. Yeah? West Ham. They'll come out in the evening, not a 2-bend race. over the full distance,
Four bends. Yeah. What
one.
And then the final in the night.
And he come out in the final of the night and he went faster, wasn't it? So okay, we'll go along with that, right?
There was competitions, I've seen it.
There was competition.
That's right. But I'll tell you this, Gary, I'm not a believer of running them too much, right? But we've put that to certain people. What do they say about the sheepdog to us, Stan?
Oh yeah, a sheepdog runs 10 miles a day.
Yeah, different type of dog.
Yeah, but
No, that's what they say.
Yeah.
So
Maurice, they're trained different sheepdogs.
Of course they are.
And them days, you don't know how that dog was affected, whether he was dehydrated, he just won, right? But there's too many do-gooders nowadays, too many into this. Like it's like, what's the thing you use for the work when they do health and safety? Everybody is ready to get on the case. And I was at Yarmouth a little while ago visiting and there was protesters out at Yarmouth with their and I said, look, what about pushing them in the traps? Dogs that didn't want to go in. I said, they go in. You have to help them in because they're not going to walk in. You help them in and lift them. And I said, anyway, I had a row with one of them. But there's too many do-gooders nowadays. And as everybody says, everything's going downhill. But the morning racing, nobody can go. We all used to get dressed up on a Saturday night table, and you take your wife and children. But it's all gone because there's too much racing.
Too much.
There's far. It was eight races. Sunday, never.
How many meetings is on till from
John, they never raced Sunday.
They never raced Sunday.
They never raced Sunday. Never ever. Sunday was your day off. You had a rest. The trainers had a rest. Everybody had a rest.
All the
Sunday.
owners would come and see their
dogs in the morning.
And now it's not like it, Maurice.
It's a prime example last week.
Ask me what I'm going to say.
This is a prime example. You was involved in it. Sittingbourne, after Christmas Boxing Day meeting, could not fill their Friday night meeting. Right or wrong?
As far as
yes,
I know,
it could not get filled. It couldn't get filled. So what did they do? Rings Henlo. So Henlo gets in touch with me, Tony. Have you got 6 dogs for tomorrow night? No, I ain't. Why not? Well, I have, but I am not running them. Well, Sittingbourne can't fill tomorrow night's meeting. They ain't got enough dogs.
Well, what happened was...
Because they run Boxing Day.
No, it wasn't
count more dogs out,
Tony,
I'm not
I know
running.
the score. What happened was there was a lot of kennel sickness, and Tony Collett was wiped out, and so was Dan Brabham. So they lost, like, sort of 100 dogs.
Yeah, but they won't call a meeting, no. They won't say we
Well, I go down to a couple.
And that's how greedy it's got.
I do all their dogs.
All sick, weren't they?
I do.
John?
No, hers weren't. Hers was all right.
No,
But I know all about it.
The SIS spec has 6 dogs in a race tightly graded. That's their spec.
That's what they want.
So a promoter has got to produce 6 dog races, not 5 dog races or 4 dog races. It's got to be 6 dog races. It's got to be 6. That's their
John,
spec.
you're
gambling
2020. We're not going backwards. We're going forwards.
I think we've seen the best of it.
Oh, definitely.
Can we
Both
come
sides
again?
of the water.
Can we come again, John?
They'd have to change. I think now it's the same as in Ireland at the moment. I don't know how many's in the IGB board, but they've just taken another 4 on, and the 4 they've taken on, even the CEOs at the moment and that, wouldn't know a greyhound if it jumped up and bit.
They wouldn't know.
They don't know nothing. No one knows nothing about greyhound. The rules they're making, like you give me a puppy to train, I've got to run it in a puppy stake for his first race, right? In the heats of a puppy race. If it does 29.50, you tap me on the back, well done. Improve him, John. He comes out 29 dead next time. Well done. Dog can't run in the next round. Time finding. Out. Now go to Shelbourne and take on Derby dogs. Is that fair on a pup?
No.
Is that fair on me as a trainer or you as an owner?
No.
That's got
Handicapping.
But the big problem in Ireland now,
I go to Shelbourne tonight with a dog of yours. He goes round there. Tony's dog beats me 10 lengths in 28.40. I do what, 28.80, 28.90. I've gone AAO. Now that's an A5 race.
What's that mean?
AAO is the top, the best that can get. Derby dogs. Now I'm in an AAO. Is that fair out of an A5 into an AAO?
No, it's not fair.
Right, now I've got to go to Shelbourne for the next 6 runs to knock the dog, to hold him back, to go back in his grade. Or I'll just watch him fill in the box, going around running behind the other dog.
It's the grading system.
I had a bitch there the week before last at Mullingar, an A8 competition. She's only a baby, she's just out of season. So I said to Jamie, put her in that stake to give her experience. She went unbeaten through it. She won the heat semi-final and final. Now they've put me up into an A2. But that's like, you don't jump 6 grades. When she's on time, on the time she's done, she's not gone A2. They put me in and I said, I'll play him at his own game, Mr. Frail. I'll wait. Now he put her on Sunday, last Sunday, and he regrets it. Since the talk of Ireland, what she done. Same the paper you got there, is right up in the... Yeah. It's one from here to...
That's what you got.
They're making you fiddle.
Yeah, but that's it.
Here's one for you then, John.
Now, I've got to stop. You've got to, like, instead of running the pup, doing the best I can, I can tell Gary, like, you can have what you like on the pup.
Yeah, which you don't want to do.
And you can injure them puppies.
No, I've had to stop your dog. Why? Because I can't let him win.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, Paul. Right, here's one for you. We're all sitting around here, all pals, right? Yeah. By the way, it's been lovely, Maurice, getting here, right? When I walked in, I thought that was like the old time, on the buses, Red Barnet. Right, Paul, how they're looking after you at the tracks, right? In the old days, right, you could pull as many strokes as anyone.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah.
Would you be half now wary?
I wouldn't go anywhere near it. I'll just run my dogs now, straight as a
because they're looking after you for the rest.
That's right. I'm getting. Years ago, we used to do that.
Years ago, you've gone everywhere. But now, because you're getting the money.
Yeah.
There's no owners.
No owners.
What's his name?
Most of them own your own.
You'd have to SAS man.
You'd have to slap one.
Gordon Bissett.
Gordon Bissett come up to me in Longford a couple of months back. He said, so what are you doing here, Gordon? He said, looking at the track for give it the licence for the wasn't it? But anyway, he said, would you ever think of coming back? I said, if things went the right way. He said, come back, go into Central Park. Get in there. He said, could you survive on about 1,500 quid a week? I said, well, who couldn't? Who couldn't? He said, has all your dogs got owners? I said, I've got a lot of them my own, they're all young dogs. He said, well, you get X, Y, Z, you get a contract there, you get this, you get that. I said, yeah. But he says, one thing, stop training dogs.
Just let them run.
I said, well, what have I got to do then? He said, go and get a few little school lads or something, let them in and out of the paddock, throw them a bowl of nuts and a drop of water, get them a brush, turn up at the track, go up in the restaurant, go up in the restaurant, watch them run round. If they all finish last, you've got your 1,500 quid at the end of the week.
As long as you get your 6 dog races.
That's all it is.
So what did you say, John?
What
did you say to him when he said it?
I said, I'll
get the bleep.
You couldn't
You've got to feed the dog.
Because you're a professional and that's how you...
Yeah, but that's what they've done to Dartnell. They've kicked him out of Oak.
That's right.
He's doing his job. He's provided, too successful. And they said to him, his dogs are too good for the track. Now, what dogs do you want then? What dogs do you want at a track?
Look, what's
happening, this is going to happen. We used to travel up the road for 60, 70 quid an open race, and we get a tenner for a run. Now, you couldn't win all the time.
Hang on, with a good dog, that is,
No, with a good dog, even with a good dog, you couldn't win. You travel an open, a normal open, not talking about money down. Right, and you might take 2 dogs and get a score. That didn't even pay for your petrol. And you had to have a cup of something to eat, because Hartman wouldn't give you no grub when you got in there. You had to get no Wimbledon. Now, so that then was hard. And us who never had a contract, we had never had a contract. That's why we had to fiddle. That's why we had to. You had to knock them over. Because you're all right. You had a contract. We didn't, but we didn't. We had to go there and earn our corn with our dogs. But nowadays, I go down to a few people, and they're getting big money, John, at Central Park. They're getting £200 for a win, and they're having 3 or 4 runs a week, and they're getting a monthly check.
What's this £200 to win open motion?
No, they get £45 for a run.
For running last.
Listen, mate, run last. Gary, £45. Now you take 10 dogs a week there, it's 450 a week. Right, that's your little bit. Now that pays for your grub, your couple of kennel, whatever you're doing. We didn't have to do that. We had to pull and sell a dog.
What do you get?
You had to win, didn't you?
You get your contract there. You get, say you're 50 quid a runner. If you own the dog,
they get run money.
How much do you get? If the dog wins the race,
I get a lot. Yeah, he gets.
You get the prize money as well. If I own the dog, you still get 50 quid for turning up with the dog.
Supplying.
You're the trainer.
That's nothing to money.
do.
Yeah, he gets run money.
And is it true, Paul, is it true that the tracks give the trainers dogs to run?
Yeah, the boy. They've set the boy I go up, they've set him up the kennel.
What's going to happen, Mick, in 2020?
What they're going to do, only the elite will have dogs.
Hang on.
The elite dogs, they want all the rubbish, will be left, and the tracks will all shut, but they'll probably hopefully have a couple of elite tracks where they have fine dining, well, I don't know who's going to get some people who buy it like they did bookmakers.
Hang on, but 2 tracks ain't enough, Mick.
I'm not. No, this is what'll happen. No, I'm saying the product's going to die.
Oh, so you're saying when the game dies,
it will have a big. You can have something. They'll still have some sort of arena which they will do dog racing. Maybe I don't know how long, but I'll tell you what. I sold my kennels 19 years ago, right? And I went to do the dogs for Taylor, like he paid me, lovely. 4.5 days, whatever it was in a van, lovely, jubbly, have a bet. Yeah. That was better than me, every third week of the month, pulling my hair out, getting the mortgage. Yeah. Doing this, because I never had a contract. Pulling the hair out, doing this, paying the bills, paying the grub, getting this. Yeah. Bedding, it all comes dear. It's all dear.
Yeah, it does.
Now you... Because we didn't have that then. No. I'm lucky I had a few borders and whatnot. Yeah. But you got it lucky. Yeah. But it ain't gonna last.
No.
This media.
They're going to kill the ghost that laid the golden egg.
It's all going to end. Look at the shops, our high streets. It's going because of this computer buying online. This is what's happening with the dogs. Similar.
Yeah, there's still one similar.
Look at it logically. Right. All the shops are closing because they're buying. It's
happened
to us.
They'll have that silly pictures.
Yeah, if it weren't for the fruit machines, they'd probably shut down there.
They're shut.
That's right.
One of the biggest firms when you go along the high street, right? William Hill. Yeah. I was driving up to Doncaster the other day when you go there. All of a sudden you go through the place on the right hand side, but begins with a poultry. Right, big high street. 2 betting shops in there, right? So I said coming back, I said I'm going to stop have a bet on the football, right? Betfred were there, closed down. William Hill closed down. Any high street you go to now. Maurice lives in London still. Maurice, how many William Hills are shut down?
Well, at the moment.
At the moment, they're shutting down on loads.
They're shutting down 1 in 3 at the moment.
1 in 3, right? Ladbrokes and Corals, Betfred, all the big firms. So it ain't only the grand industry. I think the betting shops are struggling as well, mate.
They want to stop people betting. They want to stop it. That's what they want to do. And why should they stop people betting? What's wrong?
Because people, when you talk about kids and that, I was talking to someone the other day, and he said, and he is a bookman. He said to his daughter, and she went to school, and she said, "What does your dad do?" He's a bookmaker. He takes bets, and betting, anything to do with gambling, disease. Well, which look, you know, responsible gambling as well. I would say gambling has nearly destroyed my family. Do you know what I mean? My youngest boy bets all the time. My eldest boy, Nicky, he's nearly split up with his wife. He moved to Scotland, then he's moved down, all because of betting, right? And then when you say to it, well, what chance have we got with you as a father? Right, that's what you get, right? And I think about the betting and things like that, where you say, oh, let them have 100 quid on a machine, Mick, right? Yeah, but hang on. There's a lot of people that are struggling with betting and with and it can easily get on top of you, Mick.
There's a lot of people addicted to other stuff.
Addicted.
Drugs.
Yeah, I agree
they are
with
addicted.
You. Yeah, I agree
drugs,
with you.
drink, whatever. If a man goes to work, that's up to that man to stay straight to where he puts his money. If I get a pen and I want to throw it to a woman in the street, I do it. It's my money. And that's what they're stopping people.
You can't get them for a tenner no more.
No, but what I'm saying is there's too many do-gooders in this world that want to stop everything that we do. Now, life's a gamble. Life's a gamble. We're all in this life. It's a gamble. Whatever you do, you don't get nothing if you don't gamble. If you stay sour and say, oh, I'm going to go to work, or do this. No, don't get me wrong, you've got to go to work.
There's plenty of people happy who don't gamble.
I'm not saying that. I'm not disputing. But you should have the decision. You should be able to make that decision, not the other people, not the media, not anybody. Nobody upstairs should be making. You should make your decision.
But you should make your decision, but not be pumped down your neck. Every television.
Oh, that's what it is. Pump. And it will end. It will end because these people who are protesting about everything will stop this game. And as I say, I sold mine 19 years ago, and I watched it go down and down, and I watched the tracks, and I've watched it in 19 years. That's not long. Now after that, another 10, I think it'll be gone. And all us, I mean, please God, we'll all live. Well, you can't stop it, Gary.
Well,
You
what
can't stop
Tony
it.
said and Ian said about the people that are running the game, the
That's the
BHP.
thing.
Owners
If you
won't
cleared them
buy
out-
dogs.
Why
Owners
don't
will
they-
not buy dogs to run them at not past
Well, why
9 in the
can't
morning.
dog people-
No, they own them themselves. That's why they're giving you the money. So there,
Look, this
we
is
left.
a,
We
it's
left
a
some
big circle,
the other
vicious,
day.
vicious circle.
The
They're
other
running
day,
it with
we've
crap.
left
They're lazy.
Henlo.
Tony, go on.
Well, we left Henlo the other day.
Go on.
Somebody's chatting to us. Oh, they're getting on the boat from there. They're going on the boat. They're over there early hours of the morning. They're going to a sale, getting the boat back. They're buying their own dogs to run, and they think they're earning money. But when they adds it all up, they've got to buy the dogs, buy a van. They all got new vans. They can't afford it.
But Ian, it's a vicious circle because they're buying these dogs, and then you said they're running them around on half of them are lame.
Yeah.
This is where these do-gooders are coming in.
Yeah.
Because what's happening,
'Cause
they're
they're playing
running,
into
they're
their
making
hands.
you
They've
run
got
them
to have
lame,
good vets.
so they're giving the do-gooders the ammunition.
Yeah.
They're giving them the do-gooders the ammo.
Booby must own 200 dogs.
Yes, he does.
At least
Easy.
200,
So that's where you got.
To keep his track
That's to keep his track going. Tell me in 2 years' time, where are those 200 dogs going? You tell me.
If there's no track left, where they
No,
going?
I'm not on about the track.
It's the
When
dog
is when
rehound.
they retire? Where's those 200 dogs
2
going?
years' time, they're going to be. Where are you going to get rid of them?
Yeah.
You see the course.
That's not what they're thinking.
That's finished,
They're,
of course.
they're not thinking of
No,
anything
listen.
of the future of the dog.
They're only thinking these do-gooders want retirement. They
Yeah.
want you to look, which you should.
Yeah.
We all got to look after our dogs after.
Of course you have.
We've got to look after.
Of course you
them.
have.
Life after racing.
Of course you have. It's got to be done. That's where the GBG should move in and build just a block of.
Retirement block.
Retirement block.
Yes.
When I lost my licence 4 years ago, I said, right, okay then, I'll have just retired dogs in my kennel.
That's more money for that, Tony.
Yeah.
There's a lot
They
more
wouldn't-
Yeah.
they would never.
Wouldn't give me it.
Wouldn't give us it.
Wouldn't give me it.
I don't
so
know
for
why.
that, no, they wouldn't give me a reason. So for 12 months, my kennel was empty. Not one dog in that kennel for 12 months. Now that could have been 12 dogs
to
or one.
beneficial.
Yeah.
Giving them a home, giving them the rest of
Giving
their
them-
life.
Well,
So,
30
yeah, but that's just proven the GBG do not give a monkey's thing about the dogs. All they want is their money, just sit behind the desk, write a few checks, and that's
Surely,
it.
as John said earlier on, the GBGB are paying X amount of people, lots and lots of wages,
Yeah.
lots of expenses, lots of company
Yeah.
cars,
Yeah.
all on everybody's
Yeah.
licence fees, kennel
Yeah.
fees.
Yeah.
They're taking all the money.
Yeah.
They're not putting the
putting it back
return,
in.
and it's the same as the
Nothing.
GRA.
Yeah.
The GRA never
exactly.
returned. That's why it all
Yeah.
went downhill.
Exactly
They're
the
the
same.
start of it,
Yeah.
the GRA.
But surely, Mick, right,
Mm.
this what you're saying about GBGB, right? Surely, whoever runs it, I
It's
don't know.
ex-policeman,
Yeah, I know what
Metropolitan
you're saying.
Police.
Yeah. He's an
What would he
ex-police
know
and
about
whatever. Yeah, but hang on a minute, right? Surely, people like us who sat here today, right? We've only come here to Maurice, right? Because he wanted to do it. But surely, why can't we, what we're doing here today, or
Yeah.
a group of us,
But they won't.
go to the GBG?
They won't listen.
They won't listen. You can't
They
get
won't
in
listen.
there.
You can't get in.
You
got
can't get in there.
It's all
What do you mean they
top,
won't let you in?
that's
Won't let
top
you in.
security.
It's
Police
You
run,
can't
it's
get in.
police run, and they
Gary,
won't
yeah.
let you, mate.
They say
They
they're
won't
only
let
the
you get in there.
regulators of the sport.
Let me tell you,
Yeah,
Ian, tell him.
I'll tell you something there. I had a ruck over the phone with a dinlo that's running it, right? A policeman, ex-policeman. That was the other one. No, not this one, the other one. So I've had a ruck. I said, you talking absolute bollocks you are. And I've had a ruck. I said, I couldn't want to rip your fucking head off. Well, anyway, so we thought, here, get us. What do you reckon they done us for and banned us for a year? And I've got the form at home, about 4 billionths of a gram. About.
Really?
Yeah, so obviously you don't deliberately give the dog.
No,
It had to be,
everything-
and it was that stuff I rubbed on my
No, it
hand.
was him. He had
I
Felding.
had no, what Felding?
Vulture. You know Vulture when you got arthritis.
I
Yeah.
sees it on the telly, jumping up and down with Voltron. I thought I'll give that because my hands all goes. So I've rubbed it in Voltron. I've had about 4 billionths of a gram. And then their own bloke stood up and said, yes, you couldn't do that deliberate. It's got to be an accident.
You got to have brown tongues.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
not, you got to have a brown
Anyway,
tongue.
they've done us for a year, banned us for a year. And do you know what?
Is it as bad?
And they
Yeah.
never find
Man,
us.
health and
They never
safety.
find us. They just banned us a year and give us the bill. How much the bill? I've had a barrister and a barrister solicitor.
4,000.
And you had to pay that as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah,
well, we
had to
couldn't
pay
get
it. And I also had no dogs to run, so
Yeah, but-
paid it, but they would not. They would not give me a like to have home dogs.
Yeah, but
Got
the
my car
most...
nicked and and done and paid him that silly solicitor at
Yeah,
South End.
yeah, yeah.
Another
Clive Williams.
Ain't got banned
Clive
for 3
Williams.
months.
But the most important thing
Ain't got
in
banned
that
for
was
3
what
months.
she said, Tony.
Unbelievable.
She's had an empty kennel for 12 months,
And they
working
never
tired
put-
greyhounds.
Yeah.
So we're all there for the welfare. Stan, you've been at the game miles, you know, long time.
I can see-
2020, right? Mickey said, we've
Yeah.
all had a say.
5 to 10 years, I can see about.
You said 10 years ago it's
10
going to
years
be no
ago,
tracks
no
in
track
London,
in
so
London,
you're
yeah.
right.
But
Right,
then-
another 5 years. Where are we going
That's
in
because of the
5?
land values.
Yeah, it's land
That's because of the
Oh,
land values in the
land
London
values,
area.
yeah, right.
But the way the game is going, Gary, you know, I think in 10 years' time, 5 to 10 years' time, there'll be probably 8 tracks. Half of them will be bookmaker owned.
Well, you're not going to get the
Be
dogs,
super
are you?
stadiums. Greyhounds, where are you going to get the greyhounds from? See, now these trainers like Paul, I don't know how many owners Paul's got. Say if he had 50 dogs in a kennel, he might have half a dozen owners. He's got to make up that number.
He wouldn't own 44 dogs.
No, he's got, well, a lot of trainers do.
They do.
How many do you think Paul Young owns?
Yeah.
Run them twice.
And what happens?
Paid for it.
What happens?
Came down for 200 quid.
The situation is, Gary,
Paid for it.
staff as well. Now, see that,
Yeah.
isn't it? Typical example, that young Nathan, lovely boy, works for Simmons, right? How could you possibly pay him the wages he should be getting?
Yeah.
The minimum wage in the London waiting area, say 9.5 to 10 an hour. I bet that kid works 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
So how could you
He won't
legally?
get 800 quid a
How
week.
could you give him £800 a week? Where's the money coming from?
Well, he'd be lucky
So-
if he got 300.
Yeah.
And we've been there doing
And
it.
he's,
We've
yeah,
been
he's
paying money,
working
haven't we?
all day and night, then getting in the
30
van
quid a
and driving up to Nottingham, Sheffield and that.
Well, look at me
How many hours
yesterday.
a
Where are we going
Mark,
to go? Where are we going to go, Stan?
I don't know. I'd say the breeding
Well,
situation.
Wapping's finished, John.
Gary, you're out
I
of
look at
touch
the
with all
situation.
this.
I
I am out of touch.
You're out of touch with
I'm
it
out,
all.
I've lost heart with it all.
No, you're well out because we worked all our hours, and if we'd have had our money, what we was kenneling, working 120 hours a week, we'd have been millionaires. But we was earning 50 pence an hour some months.
I go to Shelbourne Park fairly regular. There's more protesters out there than there's over Lake Norrin.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah, you know what they
tell
don't
you,
know?
like this young lady there might be frightened to go in there. Cool, they're violent. I
Yeah.
tell you that. Yeah.
they was at Hove. They was at Hove last night.
But-
You get it all the time.
What, outside the
They
track?
stay outside the track. Banners.
I used to absolutely, honestly.
They've got a big court battle going on now to close Shelbourne.
Yeah.
They put letters to every
Yeah, yeah.
tenant stores all around Shelbourne. Torture.
It's gone, it's gone.
Well, I think if they shut
Close
that,
it, close
Do you know what they've done at
Shelbourne
John?
will go.
Shelbourne's gone.
It's worth too
I'll
much
tell you
money.
what would be a good idea now, Maurice. A good idea to have an open day. A big trainer have an open day for all these do-gooders and say to them, look, you come here and see how the dogs are looked after.
Yeah, they're
Have an
fixed
open
though, wouldn't
day.
they? They're so
And, no,
fixed
and
it
say,
to
look,
get
come
up,
and see
to
how
show
some
out.
of these dogs are looked after, kennelled and done. And then you can start. No, they won't. But that's what they should do because
No, do you know what
They
they
won't-
now? Do you know it's got to a stage now? I'm anti-union.
well, yeah.
It's got to a stage where you've got to all come out, bang, not just fucking one or two.
won't.
The whole
But
lot.
they
Shut it.
They won't
No,
do
they won't
that.
do it.
No,
In the old days,
Within
to
could-
3
you could have
days,
done
you'll
it
have
years
them.
ago.
To get a pitch, a bookmaker's pitch at the dog track, I got letters still here from years ago where you apply for Wolf and Stowe, you apply
yeah.
You've had to pay to go.
straight in the bottom of the drawer, right? You got to sponsor a race, maybe 15, 20 grand. Now, someone said there when we had a bit of breakfast earlier that the tracks are paying the bookies
Yeah, they are paying
To
them.
open
stand.
states.
Because you've got to have to.
So, but in other words, where they're paying the bookies to stand, you do what I say because I'm your employee.
Yeah.
You bet
And
every
they do
race,
that.
every
Exactly.
race to
And that's what they're doing.
128%.
Yeah,
That's what
well,
they're doing.
And if you don't,
Yeah.
Mr. Philpott, I'm afraid you're
Yeah,
a good bookmaker,
that's what's doing.
but we
You've got
don't
to
want
go.
you
Gary.
because you're holding your hand out. And that is now the SIS and the other people who run it, TRP or whatever. They're look. It's like a football match. It's my ball. If you want to play noise, you got to do as you're told.
Well
It's
done.
Way you go. It's my
Yeah.
ball, and that is how Graham
That's how it's
Mason
going.
goes.
Yeah.
But we've got. I think today here, what you got from more brains.
Yeah,
Do you agree, Mick? What we're talking
Well,
about?
logic, we got
Been there,
logic.
done it.
We got logic. Logic's the word.
Bookmakers are getting paid. They put a
Let me
guard
tell you
against it. I
something.
forget what
Let
it
me-
is. Is it 400 quid? A
Let me
stand
tell you
up?
something, John.
I think they get
Right?
each book
They pay
on a
you now,
Sunday.
they pay
on
you.
the
You
SAS.
used to have to pay
Yeah.
for that pitch. The bookmakers used to have to pay
You
for it.
used to
I
have to pay
understand
50.
that.
Now they're paying them. I think it's 400 quid at Mullingar.
Mate, hold on a minute, over 5 minutes. We're all from the south, right? I've got a very good friend in the northeast called Ted Soffit.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a quick
Stop
word
it.
with him. I'm going to have a quick
Stop
word.
it.
I'm going to have a quick
Stop
word.
He tried to buy me bits.
I'm going to have a quick word with Ted now. Ted, how do you think the game will go this year?
Well, I think, like I say, I think it's gone downhill, like, you know. I mean, my owners are jacked in, like, and like I say, Bruff. Is it Bruff Park I'm talking about now? Well, we've been up to Shortfield and done our money, like, got in the van, like, and, well, the dogs just come back and they're just feeding them now, you know. It's not right, like, you know. But for half a crown, you can have the dogs like Maurice, you know what I mean?
You still have some good gambles on
You ever been with his gaff? The way he talks, you think he's got what's
another good friend of mine, right? A man called Brian Clough. What would his version be of it is today, mate?
Well, like I say, Derby, when I was at Derby, he's dead now, but Brian, I'm his son. But, like I say, Derby doesn't know what Colin Todd and them players were. They used to love greyhounds. I like greyhounds, but I'm the greatest football manager ever. So get all of that.
Tell me though.
I don't know.
Henry Cooper's opinion on the dog game.
I need me out now. Hold on.
Leave me
out. I'm going to put me out on, right? But ready?
The dog.
Right, I ain't done this for a long while. But you know, the dog game, but being an ex-costermonger like, it's not too bad. But as I say, Cassius would never have bought a greyhound, but he wouldn't have lasted because I'd knocked him out in the fifth if it had never got higher. But as I say, we was fighting lots, you know. But the dogs ain't for me. I'm not a gambler, you know what I mean. But as I say, splash it all over.
Well, Nicky, you've supported us very well with your open races here at Nottingham this year. Did you have high hopes for this greyhound when you put him in for the Peter Derrick Eclipse?
Well, I did in a way, but I felt obligated to support you anyway. And he's a young dog. I thought he needs experience, and he was. Nice surprise.
Well, he certainly did his running tonight and was very consistent. One thing with having put the Bramwich here in at the beginning of the summer, and we weren't quite sure, although we checked out very carefully how this particular lure would work, and we've been very pleased with it indeed. And there is no doubt that your greyhounds through the summer have chased well.
I can't see nothing wrong with the lure. I've seen it in Ireland. It looks very similar to the Sumner Hare. Why shouldn't they chase it?
Well, I think that's right. I think we've got a larger bunny on, as you can see, and the track seems to have settled down very well this summer, in spite of the dry weather.
It looks beautiful. I should definitely be back as often as I can.
No, well, thank you very much indeed, Nicky. It's an enormous help to have this support for our open races, because, as you know, at Nottingham here, we have had a very good series and a lot of help with them as well. And it's this calibre of racing that, of course, as you can see from the crowd tonight, that keeps the whole business on the buzz.
Yeah, I wish you all the luck anyway.
Well, Nicky, thank you very much indeed for bringing your beautiful greyhound.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
How do you feel about the big race, the way it went, the favourite getting beaten?
Well, and as a promoter all the time, that we don't favour anybody. And as far as the SPs are concerned, that is the position of the market itself. But as you see clearly from the race, the Gullin Whisper didn't get away as he was liked and was balked going into the first bend. And in this class of competition, if that happens to you, you're going to have a very good greyhound or bad luck on the others to actually be able to pull back that 3 or 4 lengths, which I think was case in point. But that in itself is what greyhound racing is all about. And our job is to say to the owners who are disappointed when that happens, look, gentlemen, that was tonight. We've got other races for you coming up. We've a £10,000 coming up in 3 weeks' time. That could well be your race, and that could be your day for your dog.
I think there was a lot of happy bookmakers out there.
Well, that's right. This is the way it goes. It's known as swings and roundabouts. And where do you ever see a racing certainty?